in live theater to now we're talking about writing music for artists, in a certain genre. How are you able to focus in on any one thing and say, all right, I'm going to spend the next few months of my life just focusing on writing country music, which seems like such a left field decision to make when really maybe your passion lies in making film or writing a play? Or why would you spend time to focus on the music thing? Is it because of the business that's driving it to potentially be a part of, or what's your play there?
It's a real great question, and I think it's a variety of things. One, sometimes it seems like, oh, I could make a living at doing this, and so it feels like that would be a sort of money-minded idea somewhere in there. Two,
and by the way, it's not an uncommon thing.
Sure.
People are buying and selling songs all the time.
No, without a doubt. In fact, and country music is one of the places to this day still that a lot of the hits are not written by the people who sing them. It's harder to do that in pop and other music forms, but in country, to this day, the songwriter sometimes is the king, especially back then. The songwriter was the guy who was creating the material we heard in the radio, not the singer.
So you had kind of become privy to that idea, or
that
were
idea
you just, how does something like that even come about? I don't, if you could explain a little bit more about that.
That's really been, back in, if you could follow the history of songwriting, in the 40s and 50s, the singer no one even thought of the singer as being the person who wrote their
personality.
Own songs. They were just that. In fact, the same hit song might be done by 10 people, and you know different versions of that song. And then in the 60s is where we start to get the singer-songwriter, and that gets even deeper in the 70s. So then, at that point, folk and rock, now we're expecting that the singer sings his own song. But that wasn't true in country at all. Even though people identified the singer with a song, the majority of Garth Brooks songs, he did it more than many of them, but the majority of many of the top country artists were singing songs that they didn't write at all.
Right.
And that was and there was a lot of money to be made for the people who were writing big hits.